only. Keep one on my staff with a new pro me. It bequeaths me to mention that I've been bitten, but a fourth.
It's an Eastern Conference battle at the American Airlines Arena here in Miami, Florida, as the Heat look to work the home court advantage. A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports, Sunday Night Hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. You look at the Pistons. They're in the lower tier of the playoff contenders, hanging out at the 7th spot in the Eastern Conference.
And already a chance for them to take the season series against these guys tonight. They see them 3 times, and they already won the first one. Looking at number 2 here.
Well, no question they'd like to get that done, Steve, because get the win tonight in the 3rd game down the road is just a formality, at least when it comes to bragging rights between these teams.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Detroit, Monroe and Drummond there inside. Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. And it's Lee in at the 3, the small forward.
And with the way he's burst onto the NBA scene with his play, you have to think this upcoming summer will be a long one for him. He'll be high on a lot of teams' free agency list.
Well, teams might have missed on him or passed on him during the draft, but I don't think they'll make that mistake again with him hitting free agency. He'll have the leverage. He'll be holding all the cards this summer when free agency rolls around.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height. Well, the Miami Heat, since the Big Three assembled, have been a polarizing team. Some fans rooted for them, others rooted against them. Either way, they've been an incredible story for the league and have become just a huge draw around the NBA.
Now here's Wade. He's coming off a 28-point game against Atlanta.
He got some huge points from the foul line too, Kevin. He was very aggressive, generating contact and drawing fouls.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
The drive by Lee. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the night. And he knocks down the first one. And he makes the first but misses the second.
Even with the one miss, he's still stretched it to a 2-possession game. That's big for them right now.
Napier kicks to Wade. Pass to Napier. Bosch, a screen on Jennings. Napier passes to Bosch. Puts up the baby hook. The putback and the jam by Whiteside.
No tip required when you've got room to make the stuff.
Has some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, he wasn't wasting any time. Straight back up and right into the hoop.
And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against the Magic.
It was an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it was on the road. No question, by the way, that it was their offense that carried them.
Steve, I love the way they attacked at every opportunity. They never were on their heels, and eventually that allowed them to pull away.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively they look great.
Wade outside. Passes to Napier. A baseline J, and it falls over the rim and in. Bosch has got his first 2 points of the night.
You know, after starting the game 0 for 3, you know he was just desperately looking for that one to fall.
Jennings kicks to Drummond. Here's Monroe, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Monroe's got 5 points so far.
Their offense already flowing. Some stellar shooting while jumping out to this lead.
Well, high-quality shots, and they've been on target with them.
Here is Whiteside, averaging 6 points per contest. Feeds to Bosch.
Chris Bosh, in some ways, had been the overlooked, underrated member of the Big Three in Miami, but extremely valuable. A nice complimentary scorer and understated defensively. But with LeBron gone now, he becomes more of a focal point offensively.
And Chris Bosh posted up a lot more, it seemed, to Clark in Toronto and Miami. He become primarily a face-up threat.
And I think that's where he's most comfortable, Kevin. More of a slender build. He takes advantage of his quickness more than his strength, so facing up is really where he's been most effective.
Here is Whiteside, following the basket by Brandon Jennings. Whiteside with it. And Ennis slams it in. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
A lot of his focus in preparing his team for this game centered around how they plan to deal with point guard Brandon Jennings. He said Jennings is a blur out there. He's so fast, and he plays with a relentless energy. It's a challenge for any team to really keep up with him. Kevin, we'll see if they can do it.
And thank you, Doris. Here's Napier after the basket by Detroit. Rebounded by the Pistons. Lee's got his third rebound on the night. Dishes it to Monroe. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Meeks. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Jennings can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 8. Napier kicks to Ennis. Here's Napier. A 14-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
Yeah, he picked his spots in that game too, Kevin, because I thought he not only did a nice job scoring, but setting up his teammates as well.
Well, that's airtight defense. Not much room to get that shot off.
Meeks inside the three-point line. That one off the back iron and out.
You really don't want to see him missing those mid-range shots, but when he's open, he's got to shoot it.
Wade kicks to Napier. Back to Wade. Pass to Ennis. Wade at the elbow. No good. The Pistons go the other way with it. Right side, Lee. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. 14 points for D.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
And some changes here for the Heat. Chris Anderson is checked in for Whiteside. Josh McRoberts comes in. He's checked in for Drummond. Prince comes in for Greg Monroe. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Meeks. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Brandon Jennings.
Well, if you remember early in Eric Spoelstra's head coaching career, he was new and the big three were assembled. There were some people questioning Spoelstra's command, maybe even within the team. Those questions are long gone now. He has become an excellent head coach.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan Van Gundy said to the team. He told Lee that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach wants him to go from one of the key guys to the key guy. And from the way he responded in the huddle, I think he's up to the challenge. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And Coach Spoelstra, known for his work ethic and attention to detail. He's a grinder.
No question about it, Kevin. Got his start as a video coordinator back when everything ran on VHS, so you know he had to do an awful lot of work. And he's worked his way up slowly, but surely. He's grown as an assistant under some terrific mentors, and now he's really, I think, one of the best head coaches in the game without question.
He's visited college football training facilities, NFL camps. He really tries to broaden his perspective.
He sure does, and you can see evidence of that in how he handles himself.
Now here's Lee. After Dwayne Wade's missed inside.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Here's Jackson after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Here is McRoberts, right now averaging 5 points a game. And here is Lee. Stolen by Anderson. Jackson against Chalmers. 1:56 left in the first quarter. Wade kicks to McRoberts. Up off the screen. Pistons leading by 9. Jackson dishes to Lee. There's the triple. Cannot hit. And the Heat going the other way now. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And Kevin, I thought they put together a fantastic offensive game plan in that win. They knew exactly how to exploit the defense, and they really got on a nice roll.
And they did, see, they were relentless. They kept so much pressure on the defenders over the course of that game.
Jackson kicks to Lee. Back to Jackson, expanding his range. Chris Anderson pulls it in. Miami's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Wade passes to Chalmers, and it's blocked. Caldwell Pope dishes to Lee. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Lee's got 19 points.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Wade outside. Haslam a screen. Wade kicks to Haslam. Back to Wade. Here's McRoberts. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. McRoberts has got his second bucket of the night. Detroit leading by 6. Lee sets a screen for Jackson. And it's Miami with the rebound. The drive by Wade. He feeds it to Chalmers. Anderson a screen on Prince. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Here's McRoberts. And again, Miami with the triple.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
Lee against Haslam. Offensive rebound. Tolliver kicks to Caldwell Pope. The three-pointer is right on target. Caldwell Pope's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And they're scoring. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one? For Miami, Chris Anderson has checked in for Josh McRoberts. Haslam comes in for Chris Bosh. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Ennis. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Lee, he's in at power forward. Caldwell Pope out there with Jennings. Then there's Tayshaun Prince, and it's Tolliver in at the 5.
Just absolute domination in this one for Lee. He's got 19 points, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
Yeah, and I think that's been important because it's established a nice defensive presence for his team.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
To the inside, and Anderson kicks to Haslam. Now the pass to Napier. 6 on the shot clock. Lee with the block.
Oh, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
And he dunks it down.
Maybe